Welcome back, video number 3. This video is going to be about your actual sales funnel and follow-up. So in the last video, we talked about what your objective is. What are you actually running a campaign for? Now, we're going to figure out what do you do once you run your campaign and you got the objective that you were aiming for. So maybe you were aiming to create more likes on your page, or maybe you were aiming to lead people to your website. Or maybe you were aiming to get conversions on your website to some action that you like, maybe an opt-in or signing up for a webinar or buying a product. Now, there's a follow-up. The follow-up is what you would look at as being the sales funnel. So the whole sales funnel is essentially how you're bringing leads in, what you're doing with them once you've gotten their attention, and then what you do with them after you've gotten their attention. And continuing onward into the future as you develop a relationship. Yes, I just said develop a relationship. Relationships aren't just about romantic wooing and cooing and seducing and all this, which is what we're going to do anyway in business also. But relationships are about communication, about offering value to one another and receiving value as well. It's an exchange. It's a transparency. It's an openness and willingness to explore together. That is what you want to do with your customers so that you have long-standing customers, not just one-time buyers. Okay? If you're serving people that just love your content, they're entertained by your videos, they see a lot of value in what you share, then you want to create an engagement follow-up. A way of either through emails, these are autoresponders, ways that you create email sequences that automatically send them content on a regular basis. Consistency is very important. Or maybe it's through your social media posts. So on your fan page, they've hit like. Now you want to engage them. And so you want to make sure you're consistently posting, hopefully every day, using things like Hootsuite or other post-production scheduling systems. By the way, Facebook now has its own, which is phenomenal, that you can actually go in and schedule out a whole bunch of posts so that they send out on a regular basis, and you just have to do it once, where you set it all up for the week instead of having to think every morning, oh, I need to post now today, and if you miss one, then your whole audience gets messed up because they lose the consistency. So there's certain systems that you get to put into place so that you're not taking up a lot of hours trying to keep up with your own schedule of things and making sure that you keep responding and interacting with people. You want to set up some systems that automate it for you. Okay? So those systems are going to include autoresponders, which is your email sequences, scheduling systems so that you're posting consistently. It's also going to require you to either yourself or a VA be engaging and interacting with the comments and likes that other people do on your post. By doing that, you're actually making sure that they're getting an engagement and a response, so it's a dialogue, it's a conversation. Again, this is a relationship that you're building, not just a one-way street, right? So you get to go back and forth in how you communicate with one another. This builds trust, this builds confidence, and eventually this builds customers for life. Now, you have your likes campaign, which is what you're going to essentially be wanting to just engage them consistently. And then every so often you might throw in an offer that you're doing. And they're going to eat it up because they love you, they love what you offer, they love what you share, and they want to support you. And so there's going to be a good value exchange going on. Let's say instead that you did a clicks to website campaign. Well, in that, especially if you're doing it as an affiliate promoter, where you're promoting something for another person or another person's product, well, there's not much you can do on the follow-up. That's on their end. But what you can do is you can check into the results. So you can look at how many leads did I send and how many of those converted into sales with that specific product that I was promoting. See the ones that work for your audience. See the ones that are working for the people that you deal with. Because that way you can start to pick and choose the right kind of products and services that actually are of value and relevant to your audience. And then you'll do better with those same campaigns. Now, if you did a campaign that was more about a conversion, website conversions, that was your objective. The follow-up on that, again, is going to be autoresponders on an email list. And so you want to make sure you continue to engage the people who have opted in, if they opted in by giving their email address. You want to make sure you engage them if they opted in by just liking your page. And you want to make sure, here's the thing, when you do a website conversions objective as a campaign, normally you're giving something away for free to get the opt-in, or you're doing a direct sale, which if it's a direct sale, then you have fulfillment and you will also have an upsell. And you definitely have the upsell if you've given something away for free. Because otherwise you're not making any money, but you're spending money on ads, and that's just ridiculous. So, the upsell, and that's like a dangerous word. People like cringe when they go, oh, I hate when I buy something and then they try to sell me something else. Or I hate when I've opted in to get a free ebook, but then they try to sell me something. You have to see the whole picture here. You're getting free value in exchange for the opportunity to be offered something of even higher value. The upsell, the thing you're asking somebody to pay for, must actually, one, be relevant, consistent with what the free thing was or whatever led them there, if it was the ad copy or some content or some video, and must really, really be something that they want. So when they opted in, they said, I am interested in something. What did they say I'm interested in? That's what your upsell is going to be about. Like for me, for instance, I might have them go for my free ebook on discovering who you are. And then my upsell might be a live event or coaching or something else that takes them to the next level of service and convenience and value in that same topic. If they're already trying to figure out who they are, well, having a guide and a coach might be really valuable to them. And so that would be the upsell, saying, oh, thank you for downloading my free ebook. I hope it helps you. I'd love to hear back from you. Engagement. And just so you know, I do offer one-on-one sessions, blah, 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 blah. There's your upsell. That's where your real business is. You're beginning to engage them in a way that says, hey, I love you, I like you, and I want you to be both my customer and my friend, but first, my customer, because I just paid to get you. Okay, so you're not going to say that to them, but that's the mentality you actually have to have, is to acknowledge you are running a business if you're paying for ads. If you're just wanting to socialize with friends and you want to share great content, great, don't pay for ads for that. But if you're paying for ads, make sure you're making a profit and a revenue and you're running it as a business. All right? So those are your follow-up sequences, is you want to make sure that after you've had somebody either click to your website, like your page, or convert into being somebody who's downloading something or gave you their email address, that you have a follow-up, that you actually engage them further, and you consistently continue to engage them. In this way, you will develop that relationship that can lead down the line to more sales, more value, and probably the best thing, more feedback. They can tell you what they want and you can create it, and then you're even being of more value. All right, in the next video, we're actually going to get into the creation of your ad campaign. We're going to dive in to the Power Editor, which is my preferred way of creating ads. There's about 3 different ways you can create ads on Facebook. We're going to use Power Editor, and I'll actually take you on screen, have you looking at my screen as I go through all the different components, and you get to see what it is that it takes to create an ad campaign. I'm going to simplify it down for you, make it easy, take away anything that might have been daunting you or scaring you about diving in there. I'll see you then.